Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Boomy here, and I've got my father, Bitcoin Zeke, here with me. It's been too long since
Yes.
we've done a video together. So, we wanted to come to you today and give you some crypto content, crypto conversation. So, this is what I want you to do. I want you all to understand this because we may be new to some of you all, but since 2017, is it 17 or 18?
No, 2017,
Since
March of 2017.
since 2017, we've been coming to you sharing content about cryptocurrency from our heart, just telling you some foundational things about the space and where we as a family, the position that we're taking in giving you information to help you to do better in this space for your family, for your life as well. And my father and I were sitting here talking, and we were saying, so in these last 6 years, really our message has not changed. I wish we had been more consistent in making the videos and really helping people, but we've got people who say, Boomy, because of you, I opened up my Coinbase account or my Binance. Because of you, I started learning about crypto, or because of you, you told me about it, but I wish I'd done something with it. I hear
Hmm.
that a lot as well.
And there are some who have done well in terms of following our guide. One of the main things that we've talked about, time and consistency. That's a matter of open up an account and do dollar cost averaging.
Hmm.
And the dollar cost averaging is a proven financial strategy that works for everybody across the board. And if you were to do that, you're going to do well over time.
So before we get to even what dollar cost averaging is, because people may not know, let's address this, because there are still people who think crypto was a fad, crypto is going to go away, it's not real, it's a scam. It's so funny when people just like they just don't know. But when all that get what? Understanding.
Understanding.
So address that, because this is one of the first things you taught me about crypto, that it's a technology.
Yes, Boomy. Well, I discovered this technology, this crypto, in 2017. At that time, I was living in Panama on the beach. Life was easy. Had plenty of time, and somebody, I don't know who it was, told me about this. And I started. I think it was this girl in Paris. She's Nigerian, named Ndidi. She told me about this crypto space, and Jerry and I, we had no clue what in the world she was talking about.
Mm-mm.
Talking about a wallet, I'm going to send you some crypto. How you going to send it to me? You way in Paris. So anyway, we finally, start to understand the concept that, you know, it's technology, it's coding. I mean, it's not a physical coin. And just like what made me started to really understand Boomy was when I found out that it was technology, because I had seen 4 or 5 different other technologies come over that last 20 years, if you will.
Mhm.
I remember going all the way back to Microsoft, like in the mid 80s. Uh, Microsoft, Bill Gates was giving away
Yeah, I
computers,
remember that.
and then we got one, and everybody was excited about giving away computers, and we couldn't understand why he was giving away computers. It was simply because he wanted to sell the technology. The
Wow.
computer was the hardware. He wanted to sell the software, which today, if I mean, probably 90% of the world is using Microsoft.
Mm.
So that went by. We saw it. It came, went.
All we got out of it was a new
We got,
computer,
we got a
but that was
computer,
good.
but at the same time, there was other technology.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, what about this big giant company now called Amazon?
Mhm.
You know, Amazon was that technology was similar. I mean, Amazon would go up, then it would come down, literally 80 and 90%, and people sold. But Jeff didn't sell.
Mhm.
Jeff held on to his, and he became like one of the richest men in the world. The same thing happened with Google, Microsoft, and here again, uh, say Apple. In 1992, you could have bought Apple for $3 a share
Mm.
because that's it had gone up. Then it came back down, and people said, "Man, I don't want that. I can't handle the volatility." So I mean, all of these technologies. I said, okay, then here's another one coming along. I got time to study this one. It's called Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
and that made me start to do a deep dive into it. I literally started about 6 months, 8 hours a day to understand number one what it is. Number two, where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
And the number three, what's the value of it? Is this thing going to be around for a while? It's very volatile, but I said, okay, Microsoft was very volatile, Apple's very volatile, but people who held on it did well.
Let me stop you for a minute because you just said three key points, which is very important. What it is, what is cryptocurrency, where is it going, and what is the value of it?
Yes,
A lot of people just hear about crypto and they hear about Bitcoin. They don't take the time to get those questions answered, because when you answer those questions, then you understand, oh, wait a minute. There is opportunity for me here. When I understand what it is and that it's real and that it can solve real world problems, is something that is can provide real use case to the world.
absolutely.
Where is it going? Are the institutional people seeing it as, and other people in technology and business seeing it as something of value that can solve real world problems? Is it being embraced by more people throughout the world in companies? Where is it
Yeah,
evolving to?
well, let me address that a little
Okay.
bit because I've been following that. In 2017, the crypto space, Bitcoin, I mean, that whole space was so small
Mm.
that the institutional investors that really could not participate. It was just mom and pop kind of thing. I mean, the space was, I mean, it's something like maybe $500 billion, if that much, and that's very small relative to the whole financial space.
500 billion, you said?
500 billion,
Billion,
yeah,
okay.
which is a small relative to 256 trillion.
Wow. Gotcha.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's like the whole space, the stocks, the bonds, the real estate, all of these things put together.
Mm.
And then we got this little Bitcoin slash cryptocurrency that's very small. So going forward, uh, in 2020, like 3 years after the 2017 bull run, the the institutional investors, they did a deep dive into it, and they decided that, okay, it is here to stay.
Hmm.
I mean, you literally can't seize it. It's global. There's no point of entry where you can go to shut it down.
Mm.
And another thing about this is that over a cycle, and things goes in cycle. Almost everything goes in cycle. Like this season, this is with the spring cycle. Then it's going to go into the summer cycle. So Bitcoin has a cycle, and every 4 years there's a cycle called the halving. And every 4 years that cycle comes, and after the halving, we notice something happens. Uh, the Bitcoin tend to go up, and as the way the Bitcoin goes, so goes the whole crypto market.
Hmm.
It's the leader. It's the first. It's the number one, and that is the basis. And in our family, we believe that's the basis of the crypto space. If you're going to develop a portfolio, I mean, you simply start with that.
Well, you said something very profound, is you can't uninvent Bitcoin.
It's
You
right.
can't uninvent
It's here to
cryptocurrency, you
stay.
guys. So understand this, for those of you who still think it's not real, it's going to go away, it's not going to be used. You can't uninvent it. It's here, okay? Now that now that it's here, how can you personally, you and your family, profit from it? Again, get some understanding, learn what it is, learn what it's used for, learn the value of it, then learn how can I take advantage of where we are right now in the financial markets. A new technology, a new, we say new, 14 years is new.
14 years is
Is
very new.
embryonic. It's an
Very new.
embryonic stage. So how can I take this special position? Like you don't even say, man, I wish I listened to Boomy and Zeke back in 2017. It's still so early in. But this is what I say. My father was just talking about the halving, and typically what having happens after the halving, Bitcoin goes back past its highest high. So now if we're in a down market now, in a bear market, this is where we say, like when I'm talking about IX, we tell people accumulation rules the nation. Now is the time in crypto space to be accumulating. Let me tell you what happened the last time things started going up with Bitcoin.
Hmm.
So remember, I bought those two Bitcoin at 11,000, right?
2020.
And
Hmm.
then Bitcoin started going up. Then all the people started running
By
towards it.
Yeah, when it got up to
Right, when Bitcoin started,
20 and 30 and
yeah, and
40.
when they 40, 50, and 60, then they were getting all excited. All Facebook was talking about Bitcoin at its high.
Yeah,
That's the psychology of
yeah.
people.
I
They're
don't know
just
why
they're
they like to buy high
yeah,
though. I just don't
I don't
understand.
understand it, right? And then what they did, then the people who bought high, guys, when it had its retracement, as it always does, my father taught me, after the high comes the low, after the low comes the high. So we knew Bitcoin was going to drop down. Then they started selling. They bought high, then they started selling
Low.
lower than where they bought it. Oh, I don't know if this thing is going to last. I'm losing money. I'm losing money. Yeah, you sure did lose when you cashed in and took profit lower than where you bought it.
Well, they didn't take profit.
Oh, yeah, not take profit. Took a loss. Excuse me, not take profit. When you tried to cut your losses, but you were, yeah, thank you. So, guys, now here's the opportunity right now. I would say that we are not financial advisors. We're not giving financial advice, but it's accumulation time. If you have an idea where you think the crypto industry is going to go, if you understand technology, you understand the infrastructure that's being put in behind the scenes, and that adoption is happening,
Every single day is adoptions moving at a rapid rate.
now would be the time to start getting in, easing your way in, dollar cost averaging your way in. So maybe you have $5,000 or 1,000 or 10, whatever. Maybe you want to, just, buy some every week. Because right now you don't know. As my father says, it's not about timing the market. Nobody can time the market. It's about your time in the market. People say the market is going to really go down next week. Great buying opportunity. Well, you don't know if it is or it isn't, but maybe you buy some today, buy some a couple days from then, and some a couple days from then, and average your way into the market. But what we do know is May 24th, I mean, May of 24, the halving is coming. And if the market cycles continue to do what they do, after that comes what?
The bull market.
And Bitcoin going back past as high. So if it was high as high, let's call it 65, and right now you can get it for 30 or lower,
26.
26 today, it would make sense to do something today instead of waiting for the bull market to come back.
But boom, I want to emphasize the dollar cost averaging because I mean we're talking, and a lot of times people in our market, especially our people African American, they don't necessarily have a lot of money.
Hmm.
I mean, but they do have money and they do spend money.
A lot. They
So,
spend a lot of
yeah,
money.
what I would say to them is, look, okay, yeah, you don't understand this. I mean, uh, but there's always risk anytime you're doing anything in the financial arena. But take a small amount. You could take $50 a month,
Hmm.
and you could put that into the Bitcoin space. And every month, whether it's high or whether it's low, automatic come from your checking account, wherever you want it to come from, and you buy it automatically. And the winning strategy on that is that you take a long term perspective.
Hmm.
Why should you take a long term perspective? Because this is like other technology. You can't uninvent this. This is not going away. When technology comes, it just comes, and nobody can do anything about it. I mean,
Hmm.
it's just the nature of technology. So you got this Bitcoin. It's here to stay. It's of value, and history have shown uh, over time the value does increase. Guys, that's a clue. You know, I mean, Bitcoin literally started at less than a penny.
Hmm.
Only 14 years ago. Look at the how it has increased in value over the last. It hadn't been quite 14 years yet. Yeah, God, that's clear. So my point was just simply, set aside a few dollars and do dollar cost averaging and say, well, look, I'm setting this aside for my kids' education, for my retirement, for whatever. I'm keeping it in there for 8, 16, however many years I'm going to do it. I said 4 because 4 is a key time.
Hmm.
Uh, if you follow the cycle in Bitcoin, nobody has ever lost money in Bitcoin that had put their money in there and kept it in there over 4 years
Well,
because it has always gone higher.
Bitcoin is the best performing asset class in the last 10 years. Nothing has outperformed,
Nothing. I
right?
mean, nothing. You name it. Real estate is great. Gold is great. Stocks is great. Bonds, not so great now. But all of these things, I mean, it's the best performer by leaps and bounds,
Yes,
not by a little
guys.
bit.
Are
We're
you
talking
hearing
about
this?
1,000%.
Documented.
Yeah. So it just makes sense to have an asset like that and hold on to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, guys, we're giving you some good nuggets today. We don't want to make this too long because we know people's attention spans are short these days. We already gone 16 minutes, but this is a great conversation. So those of you who've heard these types of conversation, you haven't moved, like start getting the information that you need to start taking some actions. So my father came to me in 2017 and he was like, Boomy, you gotta learn about this. Boomy, you gotta teach to your kids. We made the kids that following Christmas or something open up their wallets and he made them put a
Buy
certain by
Bitcoin, buy
Bitcoin,
a
right?
fraction of a Bitcoin.
So my family, my kids are better off because of what my father, as the head of our family, said. You guys have to do this to get yourself positioned. Now we can't make you all do this. All we can do is just freely give the information. So since that time, being in the crypto space has really served us well. It's allowed me to have access to funds to do things for my life, to create the lifestyle that I want. And here we are, is just getting started. I'm excited about what's going to be happening in 2025, but I'm more excited about like what the actions that I take today, because it's what you do in the down market that
It,
is going to determine how you profit
in the
and
up
in
market.
the up market. And Travis says that all the time. You hear me all talking about now you got crypto that's backed by real world commodities. If you want to get into those types of projects, that crypto can be backed by something through the debt box. Then I've been learning just in these last couple of days. Never wanted to be a trader. My father always said, time in the market, people who trade typically don't do as well as people who just hold on, right? But being in with driven trading and learning some skills, being in the crypto class, I'm just learning about the crypto space. Haven't started trading myself. I don't need to yet. Just the education that I'm getting from these experts is worth it. I'm learning a lot about crypto and NFTs and what is available for us to profit in a big way, and just trying to take a quantum leap in our finances and in our freedom. So I'm excited about those things. So we need to keep doing videos to keep
Yeah.
educating people.
A couple more points, Boomy. And the last one that you hit on, a lot of time people come to me and say, well, Zeke, I want to buy Bitcoin. I want to get in the market. What should I do? And I said, the first thing you should do is educate yourself.
Hmm.
See, once you educate yourself, then you will know something.
Hmm.
You will know when the market goes down not to sell. See, this
Hmm.
is what I did. I mean, I did it by almost accident. I just educated myself, and I knew that I knew that I knew what Bitcoin was here to stay.
Mm-hmm.
So I had no problem investing in it. I knew it was an asset class. I knew it was growing faster than anything else out there
Mm-hmm.
in the financial space. I knew all of these things. And another thing I found out that it was global.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just me, it wasn't just us. It was people all around the world was doing this. And the Asian market, they are literally tearing it up. I mean, it's doing good things in Africa, peer to peer. People, you can send this directly from one person to the other. We call it peer to peer, and people are saving millions of dollars on this transfer fee,
Mm-hmm.
because it's faster and it's cheaper, and it lends itself to anybody that has a phone and Wi-Fi, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and people in some emerging countries, like Africa, is doing it. I'm excited about that because I'm headed to Africa. I'm literally moving there this summer, and I know it's going to be doing great there as well as other places because there's such a need, and it probably answers the need there, maybe even greater than here, because people are literally living on small amount of money. When something appreciate, just a few percentage points, it could make a big difference. So I just wanted to let us know that, hey, we need to get on board because adoption is happening
Yes.
around the globe.
Absolutely. It's global, guys. Don't
One,
miss
one
this
more point. One more
opportunity.
point. One. I
Yes.
mean,
He's telling you can tell he's excited about it, right? It has been since 2017.
as, as big as it is now, adoption. I want to let you know because it's $26,000 now. Yeah, at one point it was 1,000 in 2017, but you still haven't missed the boat because only 4% of the globe of the world have adopted it, have owned Bitcoin at this point.
Mhm.
4%. So the market is really still young, and
Yes.
it's time to get in so you don't miss the boat. Don't think you missed the boat
Don't
because
miss it.
the boat is still docked at the pier. All you got to do is go down and get on the boat, and then when it sails, you'll be going to the beaches of the world.
I love it. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. We've given it to you freely from the stewards. All right. Zeke Stewart, Bitcoin Zeke. All
All
right.
right.
Give me a call, guys. If you want to find out more, hit me up on WhatsApp +1 980 888 2000 +1 980 888 2000. We're coming from our hearts. We're coming from a place of caring, just wanting people to do better. What we want for ourselves, we want for other people. Do us a favor to help with the algorithm of this video. Please give us some hearts, show us some loves. Please share it. Send it out to people who need to see it and get an understanding about this crypto space, okay? We appreciate you guys, love you guys, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Daddy.
You're welcome.